Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I want to be. I wanted to be like that. I
Right.
wanted to be a man. I wanted to be somebody who had that courage to stand up for righteousness and stand up for what you believe in. And I started studying more, and I just stayed in the process. And then it made me think also too, if I'm getting all of this knowledge, I have to share it with my brothers and sisters,
Right.
my family. I started sharing it with my mother. At first, she didn't fully accept the teachings. She was still on the fringe about it because she was a Christian and she was going through her ups and downs in life, and I didn't force it on her. Allah works on His time.
Right.
So one particular day, she saw how it was changing my life. Let me check this out. My son, he's doing things I never even saw him like take his schoolwork that serious like that. I never saw him try to be an example, like in a way. It's like when you get in these teachings, Allah, He changes you.
Right.
And the change start affecting others. And that's what was happening in my house.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, brother.
So she started studying the message of black men. And she tried to find every way to disagree with the teachings. But she couldn't.
Right.
Just accepted it.
Good, brother. Good.
And my brother, he accepted the teachings too once he saw how it was affecting me. So I thank Allah for blessing me to be able to learn about these teachings. The teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, as taught and demonstrated by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And I'm going to continue to stay in this process.
Yes, sir.
Because I love the minister.
Yes, sir.
In my heart, I knew that my people, they needed help.
Right.
I knew that. But I didn't know how to help them.
Right.
I didn't know that Allah was going to lead me on this path, because growing up, I was the type of person that I would try to help people. If I saw they were having problems in their life, I would try to help them. But I didn't have the answers, but I had the desire and I had the heart to want to help them. But that's why I know that Allah has guided me on this path.
Yes, sir.
For a purpose. I don't know
Yes,
what
sir.
it is.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, brother.
But I do know that I'm going to stay in the process and I'm going to stay on this mission to help the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
All praises due to Allah.
And,
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
I think, Brother Minister Kenneth,
Yes, sir.
for allowing me to speak. And I want to thank also the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan
Yes, sir.
for standing up for us as a people.
Right.
Even at 90 years old.
Man, look at that.
But if this man is doing that at that age, what do we need to be doing?
Come on.
We need to put in more work 10 times as much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He laid the foundation and the example. So we have no excuse, and it's just time for us to go to work.
Right. That's right. That's right.
So I thank you for granting me this privilege, and I would just like to say assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, sir.
That allows them to become a master, right? The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teaches us to approach, when you approach anything, you approach it with the mind of a master, right? So you don't approach something trying to be mediocre in what you're trying to do. God didn't place us here to be mediocre.
Right.
He placed us here to become masters in what we desire to become, right? So that's one of the main things that I think, the main things that I've gotten from this. And being a student in martial arts, right? Just want to use this as an example. Many of the students that I train with, you can see it in their minds that they don't approach they don't particularly approach things the same way that those of us that follow the teachings of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan don't approach it. And I'll give an example. Most of the time, whenever I'm applying different techniques, right, whether it be just particular spinning kicks and things of that nature, right, I attempt to certain things that many of the students don't even think to attempt, right? And many of the reason why I believe that is because the teachings of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, whenever I approach something, whenever I get involved with something, I try and think about it as if how he would apply it, how he would approach something. And so the teaching has impacted me on that level. And really, and the beauty of it too, is that this applies to whatever field of endeavor that you want to apply it to, right? Like it can apply to pretty much anything. It's a universal principle that whatever you set your mind to, you don't approach it with trying to be mediocre. You approach it with the mind of a master. Right. And so that's one of the main takeaways from me, what Islam has done for me. And I really could go on and on because, that's just one aspect of what the teachings have done to me. As along with giving me a knowledge of self, right?
Yes, sir. Because
many of the times, right, especially in the public school system, we are not taught. We're taught knowledge, but we're not taught how those knowledges relate to self.
Right.
Which is, as the most honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches, is the same as saying the knowledge of God. Right. The teachings of the knowledge of self and the teachings of the knowledge of God is one and the same. So those are just a few of the takeaways and what Islam has done, how it has impacted my life personally.
In this space, at this time in my life, as a seasoned adult, you think one should know, but you really don't. You go along in your life and you do things, and you do the right things because these are the things you were taught. You do the right thing. You stay on the right course. You have moral character. You have these things. And I knew that. But when I became a sister of the nation, it just all opened up. And I tell you, I said to someone today, I said, the light bill in my head is very expensive. I've had and it has taught me to just be my authentic self because that's who I really was. And I just did not understand me the way that Brother Minister Farrakhan said, master yourself. And I guess that's what I've been doing all along, but I haven't quite mastered. So with that being said, I just thank Allah for allowing me to come to this point in my life. And it's a good thing. And I'm afraid, and it's but but it's a good thing. I gained more family.
Yes, ma'am. That's right.
So I have all these sisters.
That's right.
So I just thank Allah for bringing me to this point in my life. Assalamu alaikum. I greet you as I came. In peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Last year, my dad asked me and my two brothers, or I have three, but the two that's here, did we want to go to the mosque? And I said, yeah. So we went here, and I was so shocked to see everybody here that had the same thought as me going into the mosque. That no one liked the school system. Everyone hated Christmas and all the other things that they had. So, after hearing the lecture that we had that day, I immediately wanted to join, but I knew that I was a little too young at the time. I was 15 years old. I thought I couldn't join at that time. And I kept coming out to the mosque every Sunday and sometimes Wednesday. And I was just waiting until maybe one day I'd be old enough to join the mosque. And then my dad asked student minister Kenneth, is there anything for the younger people to do in the mosque? And he told me I can start right now. So as soon as I heard that, I was already in orientation class. So I stayed with that for about a few months until I got my Savior's letter. And I kept trying to write that. I could not write it. It just wouldn't turn out right. I had about maybe a couple hundred that I had to throw away. So this one day I said to myself that I was going to complete that letter.
Come on. Right.
And I finished that letter and I gave it to Brother Kenneth. And then I had to get my birth certificate and my passport picture. And that took a couple weeks. And then I was just waiting for my letter to come back and see if I approved. And then every day I was waiting, I was wondering if I failed because it was taking a little longer than I expected. And the day that it came, I didn't even see the letter. I went to check the mail, and I looked, and I didn't see that it said my name was on that letter. And then I looked down again, and I see my name. And I was like, I ran upstairs, and I told Kadar, I was like, look, my letter is right there. And I opened it, and they said it has been approved. And that following Sunday, I was waiting to recite, and then Brother Nabi, he had to go back home to get the student enrollment. So he went back home, and then he came back, and he told Brother Jihad to bear witness to see if I passed the student enrollment. So I recited, and he told me that I did it faster than he did. So, with that said, everything that I've learned here, I just like to thank Master Fard Muhammad for allowing me to grow up without going to the schools, without celebrating any of the holidays that they celebrate.
I know that.
Just to be surrounded with all these people that likes listening to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Thank you for allowing me to have these words.
Yes, sir. Good. You got it. You got it. Let's go.
I don't even know where to start. I was just going to say, I loved it for me. I wouldn't believe that I would be here. I'm the loss of mom. The reason why I say that is that I lived my life alone for 56 years without a father. Walking these same streets here, Jersey Park, with the camp here, Montgomery Center, for the longest. That was my family then, because like I said, I don't have family here. I'm from Dover, Delaware. That's where the rest of the family is. They all passed away as I was growing up. So I'm my mom's only son. My mom, she was a drill sergeant. She stayed on me. I didn't like it at all, but I'm glad she stayed on me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We didn't have a close relationship because I had regrets because my father was my life. I didn't have instructions on how to be a man. I had to do it on my own. I was living a destructive life. Yes, I did. Alcohol, drugs, all that, just trying to fit in. Not knowing that I was destroying myself. I just tried to just live life normal. What else? Just killing myself. Until one day, and I'm always saying this, that I ran into my best friend in high school. I used to ride used to drive by Brown Street in Maine for years. I wonder how do they have the courage to do that? Too shy to ask. But I always wind up talking to Kenneth. Kenneth always encouraged me, you gotta come, you gotta come, you gotta come. I thought I was too macho for it. Until recently, around 3 years ago, I lost my sister to suicide. And we was best friends, and I really was alone because we both was in the same predicament, fatherless. And now that she had left, I was like, what am I do now? I ran to Brother Kenneth again. I told him about the situation. He said, come to the mosque. My light turned on and said, go to the mosque.
Right.
Went to the mosque. See me here, I came, and I think I confessed again, and I wound up bawling in tears. That bawling in tears would have been being a little calm. It wasn't none of that. It was me opening up my heart and releasing pain that I was keeping in for 50-something years. Went through the teachings, took it home, kept reading about the Honorable Louis Farrakhan that I watched on TV every day, on Sundays, every day. And when the hottest man do it, fearless, let no one bother him, but had the words and courage to stand up to anybody.
Right.
Now to relay up to here it is, Brother Kenneth brought me up in the teachings, got me passed in on him to me to recite, until that one day, I recited for the Brother Nabi. He kept making me do it over and over and over again. Like, this man is hard. But he said, no, Brother Derek, do it again. I'm like, I was wanting to give up. But Allah said, no, that's part of the test. It's going to be easy.
Right.
So I kept going.
Yes, sir.
I had the courage to start opening it up. They said, oh, you want to start? Allah said, you want to start something? Follow me. Opened up the Quran, started reading it. Light turned on. I was like, what is happening? I'm going to be honest with you, it might sound weird to you, but I've seen an old soul come out of me. And when I came in, I felt a cold sensation through my body. And I shook. Next thing you know, I wound up tearing up. And I wound up saying, thank you, God. Next thing you know it, got the Brother Nabi reciting, passing it. Next thing you know it, I was on my way to Chicago.
Yes, sir.
I sat there, I was with Brother Rodney and them, and he's not here. The other brothers, they sat me in that hotel room, kept going, pounding. I'm gonna thank you guys. I thank you for what y'all done. All of you guys here standing here, y'all have a part of me that I took in. You won't know it, but you will see it come out. I'm still learning.
Yes, sir.
I am still learning. But I want to thank you, brothers, for staying on me, saying positive things, because I'm not done yet. I got a lot of healing to do. So, and another one that made this real for me is when we went to the graduation and we were backstage, and Honorable Louis Farrakhan came in. I wound up looking around like a kid in the store. I looked right down that aisle. Honorable Louis Farrakhan was right there. I looked at him, he turned around and it seemed like it was slow motion. He looked at me in my eyes, I teared up and almost fainted. Next thing I noticed, they said, get ready. We're going on stage. I was like, oh. I started walking, I said, please don't trip over these cords. Please don't do nothing stupid. Next thing you know, it got loud. And it got louder and louder. And I walked down the aisle, and next thing you know, I'm going to tell that oldness, I guess whatever oldness or guilt or hate that I had in me, totally left, so it left me empty again. All I could do was walk down that aisle, and it seemed like I was walking to a big light. He said, here's your beginning right here. I walked tall as I could be. I swear I was 7 foot tall.
Yes, sir.
The reason for that is because I was in another army, which was teaching I said, that was a bunch of them. That's I'm in the right one right now, so I'm good to go. I'm untouchable now. So here I am, like I'm saying again, just keep it short. I'm still learning. I thank you guys for sharing my life. In the name of Allah, that's all I do. Whoever it is who say awesome.